I couldn't talk to him though. He had his headphones on. One of my pet peeves on the basketball court. I'm old school, by the way. We ready? All right, guys. I'm Coach King, okay? I was a high school coach for 26 years. Been to the state tournament a few times. I won a state championship. A couple of teams that I coached back in the old days set a national record for three-pointers in a game and in a season. And believe it or not, I used to be a basketball player, okay? And so what I do since I retired, I do shooting camps. Like I like teaching people to shoot a basketball. Now, I'm not a trainer, okay? I hate it when somebody asks me if I'm a trainer. If I'm a trainer, you ever been to SeaWorld? And it's when they got the dolphins and seals doing tricks, they give them little fish and stuff, right? That's how you train something. I'm a teacher. I teach you stuff, and if you practice, it helps your game, okay? I'm not going to train you to do anything. I teach, then if you work on it. Now, here's the deal. I teach shooting a little bit different, okay? I teach it not the way I was taught, okay? I teach it the way the best shooters in the world shoot today, okay? And everything I tell you, I'll explain to you why. Because I was one of those dudes, if the coach said something, I'd always like, why does he have this? Everything that I tell you that we're going to do today, I'm going to tell you why I teach it that way, okay? A lot of guys don't do that. When I was young, I didn't do that either. When I coached, I would just say, because I said so. But you can't do that anymore, okay? So here's the deal. If you're a good shooter, I don't try to change your whole shot, okay? I'm the shooting coach at Mary Hardin Baylor. It's a little college in Belton. And if a guy's a really good shooter, I don't try to change their whole shot, but I might give them one or two little tweaks in their shot. Now, but on the other hand, what you consider a good shooter and what I consider a good shooter might be two different things. He'll tell you I can still shoot a little bit when I get loose. I can still shoot. I got a bad shoulder and a bad back, so I missed some shots that I used to make, okay? So here's the deal. The first part of this today, I'm going to do some talking, and you got to do some listening, okay? Most important thing you learn in sports is how to listen. Because you might be playing for the state championship, coach calls times out and calls a play. If you can't remember what the play is, it doesn't do any good, right? And you're probably going to get married someday, so listening is a very important skill that y'all need. So here's what I need you to do right now. Go over there and watch for just a second and listen, and I'm going to talk to you. Oh, and by the way, this is JC Briscoe. She's from the big town of Snook, Texas. She plays basketball at UMHB, and she's my helper. Now, here's the deal. Don't be afraid to ask questions or speak up. If I ask you a question, there's no wrong answers, okay? This is not a math test. There's no wrong answers. And let's say JC's shooting, and I really don't like the way she's shooting. And I tell her, hey, does that mean I don't like JC? No, I just don't like the way she shoots, okay? So don't be too sensitive that you can't take coaching. That happens a lot. So here's the deal. When I was a little guy, I went to basketball camp. And man, I wanted to be good, okay? And I was willing to put in the work. So I went to camp, and coach said, whenever you shoot a basketball, look at the rim. Keep your eyes on the rim. So man, I went home. Coach said, look at the front of the rim. So I went home, and I'm like, man, coach said, keep my eyes on the front of the rim. Coach said, keep my eyes on the front of the rim. Well, guess what I got really good at doing? Hitting the front of the rim. Because I'm one of those dudes, I hit what I aim at, okay? So another coach said, no, whenever you shoot, look at the back of the rim. And y'all probably heard that before. Here's the deal. Unless you're 14 feet tall, you can't see the back of the rim. I can see it right now. I can see the back of the rim. But I'm looking under the front of the rim. Does that make sense? So technically, am I really shooting for the back of the rim? If you want somebody's shot to be flat, tell them to look at the back of the rim, okay? And like I said, I'm going to tell you some stuff today that's different than what you've been told, but technically make a rim for me, JC. Unless I'm up here, I can't see the back of the rim. So I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I got to thinking, okay, I don't want to hit the front of the rim. I don't want to hit the back of the rim. I want the ball to come down inside or over the front of the rim. Does that make sense? So when I shoot, I look on the rim. I pretend that there's two little eyeballs. Wherever I'm staring at, there's always those little things the net is hooked on, right? Well, I find that, and I look above the rim, and I keep my eyes there. Because I wouldn't want to hit somebody in the eye with a basketball, right? That makes me shoot the ball a little bit higher. So I don't look at the front of the rim. I don't look at the back of the rim. I look over the rim. And now look, when I shoot, I keep my eyes there. Before I shoot, while I shoot, and after I shoot. My eyes stay in the same spot. I do not watch the ball while it's moving, okay? Now here's what happens. Who's the best shooter in the world? Speak up. Y'all watch basketball. Who's Steph Curry? It's easy. I love Steph Curry. He messes a lot of dudes up, okay? Because I saw him in a camp one time, and he said whenever he shoots, he keeps his eyes on top of the rim. Like it's what he looks at when he shoots. But when he lets it go, then he starts watching the ball. And so guys watch Steph Curry, and guess what they think? They think he's watching the ball the whole time. And so here's what I tell you. I've had about 500 kids in camps this summer. Here's what I tell them. How many of y'all's dad played in the NBA? Well, I hate to break it to y'all, but y'all can't do stuff Steph Curry does, okay? I have to break it to guys. I don't understand, okay? You ain't Steph Curry. So you got to make sure the number one thing that makes guys miss jump shots, y'all's age, I think, is watching the ball while it's in the air. Okay? They shoot and they watch the ball. Because here's the deal. Guess what? Part of your body controls your balance. Somebody speak up. There's no wrong answers. What do you think it is? What do you think it is? It's your head. Your head controls your balance. Let's say I'm on top of the Grand Canyon and I'm scared of heights, okay? And this is it. This is why I'm on the edge. If I go too far, what's going to happen? I lose my balance, right? Guys that play baseball, when they get ready to hit, they get their head still. Any sport you play, no coach is ever going to say, you know what, I think you need to move your head around a little bit more. You want to keep your head still. Steph Curry will be doing all this, but when he gets ready to shoot, everything gets still. Now, guess what controls your head? Your eyes. Everybody look at the ceiling. Now, who went like this? What did everybody do? When your eyes went up, what did your head do? It moved. So, basically, the least amount of things that I have moving, the better off I'm going to be. Now, here's what y'all going to notice today. When I start talking and I quit shooting, my old shoulder gets stiff and my back gets stiff, and that's when I miss a shot. When I get warmed up, I make shots. I wouldn't be doing shooting camps. Think about it. Would I be doing shooting camps if I couldn't shoot? If I come in here and miss 25 free throws in a row, what are y'all thinking? Man, this old dude. I was y'all's age at one time, okay? I can shoot. Don't worry about that. So here's the deal. This sounds kind of corny, okay? I know for high school boys, this sounds kind of hokey. But there's a rhyme that I make everybody. I'll tell. I got 3 dudes playing overseas right now. They started coming to me in junior high. And they grew up and went to college. And I tell them the same thing all the time. To be a great shooter, you have to be a straight shooter. Everybody repeat that. Like you mean it. Say it. Say it. You got to be, no, say it like you mean it, man. To be a great shooter, you got to be a straight shooter. How you doing? So here's what I mean by that. We already talked about 2 ways that I can miss. What are they? Back of the rim, front of the rim. There's 2 more ways I can miss. What do you think they are? Left or right? So here's what you'll notice. And me and Ethan have shot together probably 3 or 4 times. If I miss, and yeah, I miss, I don't miss left or right. If I miss a shot, it's usually because I got old and I can't get the ball up there. I either hit front rim or back of the rim. I tried to hit the back that time and hit the side. I missed either front or back. I very seldom miss left or right. So, basically, that's what I mean. Most guys your age miss shots before they take them. By how they stand, by how they hold the ball, and by not having everything lined up properly, okay? And that's the most important thing I'm going to show you today. It's like if you're taking a test and somebody says, hey, put a star by that. Because what does that mean? It's important, right? So the first part of this, what I'm going to show you today is how to get everything lined up properly. Shooting the basketball is a lot easier than people think. There's only 3 things you got to think about. Get it straight. That's the first thing we're going to talk about. Get it straight. Then the second thing is get it up in the air. That's the hard part. And the third thing is keep it straight. That's your follow through. Now look, I don't have superpowers, okay? But when I was in junior college playing basketball one day, I made 303 free throws in a row. And then I missed one. And then I made 336 in a row. I almost made 700 in a row. Is it because I got superpowers? No, it's because I didn't have a life, okay? And I shot a lot of free throws. But I got the right technique. And yeah, I've got good muscle memory, okay? So now, we talk about balance, right? Now here's the part that I teach that a lot of old coaches, when I start teaching shooting, that they have problems with. What do you notice about my feet? I'm just going to shoot a few. Just watch. What do you notice about my feet when I shoot the basketball? Where do they point? Do they point at the basket? When I was growing up, here's how they taught us how to shoot. They said, get your feet apart, point 10 toes at the basket and shoot. Yeah, I can make shots that way because I can make shots. But my old coach retired from college coaching, and he sent me a video when I was in college. I never shot that way one time in my life. And I was teaching people to shoot that way. I was teaching my oldest son. I would always get on him because he didn't shoot the way I did. And finally I figured it out. The best shooters don't shoot that way. And I let him start shooting like he wanted to. And he was the Brazos Valley player of the decade. And the Brian Eagle, you know, they had their big all Brazos Valley team. He's the only player to be first team all Brazos Valley 4 years. He was the player of the decade. And he made a lot of shots. He made 173 pointers in one season. Now, he don't have magic powers either. But I let him shoot the way it comes natural to him, okay? Here's the deal. If I'm playing basketball and I'm going to block him out, I got to get my feet far apart to take up space and be strong, right? I got to do that. If I'm guarding him, my feet are far apart, right? If I'm handling a basketball and I'm trying to keep him from getting it, my feet are far apart. And when I'm posting up, if I'm in here and I'm going to take a shot, I want my feet far apart because I'm strong that way, okay? But if I'm shooting a jump shot, close together is the best way. Some of those NBA guys will get their feet farther apart on a free throw because they're so strong. You watch Steph shoot a three-pointer, his feet are close. Luka, the best shooters shoot with their feet close, okay? Now look, I got a lot of old football coaches that watch basketball, and they tell me, you're not in an athletic position. You've heard that, right? So here's the deal. Who watched the Olympics yesterday? Who watched the 100 meters? If you win the 100 meters, you are the fastest man in the world, correct? Now, before they start to run the 100 meters, which is the most explosive thing you're going to do right? They're getting starting blocks. Anybody ever been to pair of starting blocks in here? Get in some for me. Get in some imaginary starting blocks. We fixing to run the 100 meters. Now, perfect. Now, leave your feet where they are and just stand up. Now, do me a favor. You stand up. Don't leave that foot where it was. Now, leave this foot where in a straight line and just bring it up. Now, stop. Now, we're fixing to run the 100 meters. We're going to find out who the fastest man in the world is, right? How come they don't put starting blocks this far apart?
Because you don't get any power.
I'm just saying, that's the best balance for shooting the basketball. And there's another reason for that, and I'll show you real fast. Come here. Let's say he's guarding me, and I got my feet real wide, and I'm going to shoot, but he closes out, okay? How far can I step with this foot? Look, that's as far as I can step. Look, right by his foot. You see that? But if my foot is close, how far can I step? That's why those guys with close feet, because When you shoot a jump shot, can they touch you anyhow? No, the game of basketball now, you can't touch them anyhow. That's why there's been two great shooters in the NBA that shot with their feet far apart. Klay Thompson and a guy named Kyle Korver. Do y'all remember him? Great shooter. Guess what neither one of those guys could do if their life depended on it? Go by somebody. They get paid to make shots, right? They don't go by people. But the best balance, you're just going to have to trust me on that. And why do you think I turn my feet? Now, I turn my feet a good bit. My son turns his even more. But the best shooters' feet are turned a little bit. Why do you think that is?
More natural.
More natural? Okay. Why do you think it's more natural? Because it helps me keep everything what? Anybody in here, y'all watch the Olympics, right? Y'all watch the shooting? Because guess what I just did with the basketball? What was I doing? Shooting it. Well, in the Olympics, when they're shooting those rifles, right? You know, they do all that funky stuff. They ain't standing like this. Guess how they do? When they shoot the bow and arrows, those little girls from South Korea, Robin Hoods, they're not standing like this, are they? Why do you think they turn? Because they know if they want to be a great shooter, they have to be that's just what they do. Now here's how I look. Why do you think Luka, he shoots just like I teach it with his feet. He's so good going to his left. A lot of guys are great shooters going to their left if they're right-handed. Why do you think that is? Because if I'm going left, guess what my feet are already doing? You've heard coaches talk about squaring up to the basket. Really? You line up to the basket. That's just, in the old days, look, I'm going to show you something. When my grandpa was playing basketball in the 50s, they shot a two-handed sit shot. They would get out here, and that's how they shot baskets, okay? Come on, Jason. That's how they shot. So guess how their feet needed to be? Like this. But then guys started shooting jump shots, but coaches kept teaching. It's like, any baseball players in here? When I was growing up playing baseball, they said, squish the bug. And then they realized they don't do that. It's the same on a jump shot, okay? So, here's the deal. All right, Coach King. We talked about getting this straight. I've been doing shooting lessons for 30 years. I'm going to show you the best way I came up with to teach you to do a lot of the stuff that we've been talking about, and I'm going to use that wall, okay? So y'all need to get where you can see right now, okay? So y'all back up here a little bit. Now watch. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my elbow. Now look, when you play basketball, your elbow should never go behind you in a game of basketball. A lot of these guys are on YouTube, and they're teaching shooting, and they tell you to put the ball right here and roll it up. Have you seen those guys? That puts the ball right here, and look where my elbow is. That puts the ball too close to your body. If I'm going to throw a chest pass, I put the ball here, right? Well, where's my elbows go? But if I can keep it out in the front, so here, never let your elbow go behind you. So here's what I think about. Everybody just set your ball down right now. Touch your elbow. Don't just touch it right here to your side, nice and easy, and hold your hand like this. Okay? Now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn my feet a little. I'm going to turn my feet a little. I'm going to touch my elbow, and I'm going to walk up to the wall, and I'm going to push the ball against the wall. Now, if I push the ball against the wall, my wrist is going to be bent back, okay? A common problem of guys your age, you hold the ball like this when you catch it. Now, before you can shoot, guess what you're doing? That's just movement that you don't need, okay? If I catch a ball, like he throws me a pass, as soon as I catch it, I pretend I'm pushing it against the wall, and my wrist is bent back, okay? I call it like a waiter, like I was going to carry something. So check this out. I'm going to walk against the wall. This arm is just going to be straight, not here. A lot of coaches teach you when you shoot to put your elbow under the ball. Have you ever heard that? That's fine if you're a post player, and that's the only place you're going to shoot from. Now, we're going to get it there, but we're not going to start it there. I'll start out in what's called triple threat position. What's triple threat? Can I shoot from right here? But a lot of guys get here. That's not triple threat, is it? This is. What's triple threat stand for? 3 things I can do when I catch a basketball. Dribble, shoot, and pass. Right answer, wrong order. If I'm open in a game and I've been practicing and it's a shot that I can make, as soon as I catch the ball, guess what I'm thinking? I am going to shoot this thing, okay? If I'm not sure, I don't shoot it. But if it's a shot that you've worked on, that you can make, that you've practiced, the first part of triple threat is shoot. Guess what the second part is? If somebody's open and has a better shot than you, you throw them the ball. That's the pass. Dribble is last. Dribble is last. So here's the deal. Y'all got little kids groups that play in this. So you go to a little kids game, and let's say me and JC are on the same team. Throw the ball into me, JC. And I'm right here. I'm on this goal. Throw it to me, JC. Guess what? My mama, my grandma, my aunt, guess what? Everybody's yelling. As soon as I catch it, what are they yelling? Shoot it as loud as they can. Doesn't matter. Now, let's say my goal is down there and JC throws it into me. Now, guess what? Everybody's grandma is yelling. Are they yelling shoot? They're yelling dribble. They don't care if there's 5 people guarding me. Guess what? Everybody's yelling. Dribble! You've heard them, right? Now, if I'm pressing, guess what I want this team to do? They never yell. And this is a theory of mine, okay? If you're playing junior high or little basketball and you get the ball and your grandma yells pass, you're probably not very good. I just got a theory about that. Nobody's grandma ever yells pass as soon as they get the ball. They either yell shoot it or dribble. But pass should be the second thing that you're thinking about. So this is triple threat. Watch. I touch my elbow. I push the ball against the wall. And I make sure that I cannot see my pinky. And I'll explain that to you later, okay? Now watch. This, and when I get the ball, it's like if I was working out and I was going to do a squat, I make my booty go backwards. Everybody laughs when I say that, but it's important. I get it here. My toes are, I make my booty go back, and look, I'm pushing the ball. This is in a straight line. Can you see that? Everybody get in that position. I got any lefties in here? Just one. So you just do it with your left hand. So everybody get there and then stop. And I'm going to come by. This is important. Make your elbow be in front of you. Turn your feet that way a little. And make sure it's straight. Make sure it's straight. And your elbow is touching. And tell me if you can see your pinky. If you can, move it this way a little bit until it disappears. Now bring it down. Now walk up a little closer. Right there. Right there. Now, everybody look at me now. Turn your head, but keep, so look, make sure your thumb doesn't look like a big old L and starts getting under the ball. I want my thumb to look like a J and be kind of behind the ball, okay? So check that out right now. So don't worry about spreading your thumb so far apart. And let me tell y'all a little secret. These lines are on the basketball for a reason. Any chance you can, now make your booty go back a little bit. Turn your feet that way. Right there. Bend it, touch, walk up until your elbow touches. So if you hear me say, push the ball against the wall, that's the position that I want you to be in. So look, take the ball, back up. Now walk back up there and get in the same position. Walk back up and get in the same position. That's, I call that the pushing it against the wall position. So now once again, turn your head and look at me. If I'm in the game, and JC makes a pass to me, no matter where the pass is, give me a bad pass. Let's say it's up here. As soon as I catch it, guess where I push it? I pretend there's a wall there, and I'm pushing it against that wall. That's the first thing, okay? So right now, get in your athletic position, put your feet close. Just do it for me. Now bend your knees, make your booty go back. Does everybody got that position? Everybody got that? All right, so back up here again. Back up. So that's the first part, okay? That's the first part of getting everything, because guess what that was? Straight, right? So check this out. This is a part you need a star about, okay? Now look, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to lean against the wall with my body. Now look how I'm holding the basketball. Same way, right? Am I holding it up here? It's right here, straight line. I'm going to take my left hand and push the ball against the wall. My shoulder's touching, and I'm going to let this arm fall. Can everybody see that? This is one of the most important things that shooting coaches don't really know about, okay? So look, right now, this hand is on this side of my belly button, right? It's close in here. It's on this side of my belly button. So, now watch. Now, if I put my arm against the wall and touch my pinky to the wall, and I keep touching, and I swing the ball up, guess what it's always going to be? What's the key word today? Y'all going to hear me say it a lot of times. I don't miss shots before I take them. Watch again. I hear. So as soon as I catch a pass in a game, I pretend there's a wall right there. That's where I'm at. That's triple threat position. I can dribble, I can pass, I can shoot. And then look, I never say lift the ball. I keep this position. See my arms like I glued it? Nothing changes except I don't say lift the ball. I say swing the ball. Because if I say lift, here's what happens. Especially young ladies for some reason. They do this, and the ball gets close to their body, and where your elbow's going now. So I keep that shape. My booty stays down. I swing the ball up, and guess what it is? It's straight. Now, everybody try that. Try it. Look, get against the wall. Just put your off hand. I call it a balance hand. Just put it on there right now. Now, keep your elbow touching. Keep your elbow touching right there. Now put your other hand on the side of the ball and let your shooting hand fall down. Bend your knees. Now you see how your hand is on this side of your belly button? And look, if you have a chance, always use the lines. I'm just a funny thing with me. So you see that? So now put your other hand on the ball. Make sure your pinky's touching. Now swing it up while you touch the wall. And guess what that's going to be? Swing it up now. Swing it up. Guess what that's always going to be? Yeah, I don't miss shots before I take them. That's one of the secrets to making 700 free throws in a row. Does everybody got that feeling? Good. All right, come back out here. But I told you something funny about your pinky, right? Here's how they used to teach us how to shoot. They told us, spread your fingers as far as you can and put your hand in the middle of the ball. And so look, if I do that, even if I'm doing everything that Coach King taught me, when I lift the ball up, JC, come draw a line right here. If I draw a line through my elbow, guess where it's going? Is it pointing at the basket? Not quite. Now watch, all I'm going to change is this. I'm going to make my pinky disappear. I'm just moving it like this far. And the way the bones in your wrist are made, now guess where it's pointing? Where? Straighter. All because of how look, I think you don't need your pinky to play basketball. I think I could cut these two fingers off, and if I practice, yeah, I can make shots. I don't even need those two fingers, okay? I don't even need those. All right? I don't need those. So here's another, I'll make one more. Here's another way to think about it. When I get ready to shoot, as soon as I get to catch the ball, I think about, I'm pushing it against the wall, right? Well, there's also another wall right here. If I think about having both hands on this side of my belly button, before I shoot, while I shoot, after I shoot, then I know I'm keeping everything straight. Now, I might miss long or short, but I don't miss right or left, okay? So here's how you think about it. Let's say I'm holding the ball, and just for fun, let's say I put this hand on the side of the ball, and I drop it. I call this the hallway. It's the same width of the basketball, right? Where's it facing? Straight at the goal. Then look, I bring it up, I'm still in the hallway, right? When I finish, I'm still in the hallway. So I never let it get out of the hallway. Here's what a lot of y'all do. You will shoot, and then look, your hallway gets real big, right? This is the hand that keeps the ball straight. Everybody talks about this elbow, right? Well, if I pretend there's a wall right there, and I keep this hand here, this hand won't let it go that way. This hand keeps it in a straight line. So I'm in the hallway before I shoot, while I shoot, after I shoot. Now, this next thing is going to sound a little funny, okay? I realize y'all are in high school, but there's certain things we got to do sometimes, okay? So here's what I need. I need you guys to line up on this side of me, right here, this side of me. Everybody, shoulder to shoulder. Now you said, like when you had your coaches deal, here's the best thing I learned coaching junior high boys in the public school for 25 years, okay? I learned a lot of lessons and I taught them some hard ones. If I let y'all line up like you normally do, guess what's going on in the back of the line? Stuff that's got nothing to do with what we're doing up here, okay? Y'all back there grabbing each other, you're not paying attention. So then I show him something, then I have to show him something, and then I'm showing him, and I don't like repeating myself. So if you're coaching junior high and you make them line up like this, I can be talking, and if I go like this, guess what I can see? Everybody. Guess what y'all can see? That way, if I'm showing him something, you think, oh, Coach King is talking to me. Okay? So here's what we're going to do right now. We're just going to work on seeing if your setup is straight. Okay? You got a ball? Line up right here like you're going to shoot. Real close. Now freeze. Now start with it down here. Now freeze. Okay, now look. Do I know him? I don't know you. I don't know if I like you or not. Okay? You look like a nice kid. Okay? So look. If I draw a line right now, right through your arm, where's it pointing? Which would be cool, except there's one problem. What is that? The goal's over here. So back up. So just think about this. If he did this, watch. Just turn your feet that way a little. Now, is that straight? Think about there's a wall right here. Push your whole arm against that wall. Now bend your wrist back. Now keep it. Both hands on this side of your belly button. Now bend your knees. Now that is going to be straight. He might miss, but it's not going to be because he lined up. Plus, that other, I can start here and still make shots, but where does the ball have to go before it gets there? I have to move it, right? So, do all great shooters in the world have the same form? No, but eventually they all get the ball to right here. And just the quicker you can get there, the less stuff. I got a buddy who was a snapper in like the Marines. Snappers, you know, they shoot people. And his deal is, they trained them, eliminate motion and increase accuracy. That's why you watch the Olympics when they're shooting, they're controlling what? They even show their heart rate on the screen. Those guys shooting the rifle, because they don't want to breathe too much because they don't want anything moving. So if I catch the ball, look at this. I catch it, I'm right here. I don't got much stuff moving, do I? That's very repeatable. But if I'm here, then I'm having to do all of this and shoot the ball. You can still make shots, but I'm just trying to make it more efficient. So here's what you're going to do. You're just going to shoot the ball and back up just a little. Now here's that listening part. You're going to shoot the ball, and you're going to freeze your follow through and let her worry about the ball. Okay? That's all you're going to do. You're just going to shoot. I don't care if you make a shot today. When I got guys that come to me for lessons, I tell them, we're not going to make shots today. We're going to have better misses. And they're like, what? If I get where every miss is straight, then I'm making progress. If I'm missing right, left, until I get a kid whose misses are straight, I don't worry about the other stuff. But once we get everything straight, then I can teach you how to get it up in the air. So get everything straight. Now, say there's a wall right here. Good. Make sure it's all the way pushed over. Now bend your knees. Now swing the ball up and just shoot it and hold your follow through. Good. Now get out of there. Next person. Now, good. Now here's the deal. How many of y'all been to A&M basketball camp? There's 600 kids. You think they're showing you how to get stuff straight? No, they're paying their assistant coaches with y'all's money. This is better because I can actually show you. I've done camps. Now let's get your feet. Turn your feet just a little. Now push both hands on this side of your belly button. Right there. Rock and roll. Shoot it. Good. I don't care if you make it right now. I'm just working, we get everything set up. Oh, I love lefties. I got 3 sons. They're all lefties, man. Right there. Swing it up. Shoot it. Notice I never say lift. I say swing. Go ahead. Get everything straight before you start. Good. And try to stay in. Don't let that hand. See, another thing Steph messes guys up. He shoots so fast, he'll have a perfect follow through, and then he goes like this. Then all the kids are like, Steph, right? No, he did. He, like I said, y'all ain't Steph Curry, okay? Y'all, hey, scoot up a little, scoot up a little, scoot up a little. Now, look, here's what I do. Well, the first time I'm working with guys, I stand behind them because I want to see part of the ball and your pinky. Right there, that's straight. If I can see part of the ball, go ahead and shoot it. If I can see, don't worry about missing. Get up, next guy. If I can see part of the ball and your pinky, like right now, move it this way a little more. Right there. That's straight. Now, can you see your pinky? Move it this way. Right there. Swing it up and shoot it. Hold your follow through. Good. And I don't even worry about this hand and everything until we get everything straight. So turn your feet a little bit. I was shooting with him earlier. Didn't even know it. Didn't even know. Was I making shots? Yeah. Get your booty back. Swing it up and shoot it. Good. All right, look at your hand. Hey, here's why. I told you I explained everything. Why do you think I like you to leave your hands up? Balance. If I was in the circus and I was walking on a tightrope, would I do this? I come. Right? Same when I'm shooting. If I leave it up, it keeps my balance. That's why I call it a balance hand. I don't call it a guide hand because look, it doesn't guide the ball. It balances out. Let me get behind. Get everything straight. Turn your feet that way a little bit. Right there. Keep it straight. Swing it up. Rock and roll. Good. And don't worry about missing right now. I'm just wanting to know if everything is what? Straight. Get up there. Now look. Push it this way. Just a little more. An inch. Right there. That's straight. Now swing it up and shoot it. That's okay. Don't worry about all that. Don't worry about it. I'm working on strength right now. Swing it up. Now, I'm going to give y'all a tip, okay? This is a 2 stars by this one. Here's the secret. When the ball gets up to where I can see the rim under the ball, it's going to be right here, right at my forehead, okay? I don't do anything with my legs until the ball gets there. Now when my toes go up, that's what pushes my elbows up. That's where the power comes from. Some of y'all do this. It all comes up at the same time, and then when we start getting back there, you've already used all your leg power, and the ball gets real flat. So watch. I swing it up, my booty stays down. Now is when my legs take over, and I start shooting the ball, okay? It's timing. Why do you think is Steph Curry the strongest guy in the NBA? How come he shoots from farther back? He's got perfect timing. If you watch, and we're gonna get back there. The ball goes first, and then all of this stuff starts working, okay? All right, get up here. Get everything, scoot up a little. Keep everything straight. Push it over this way. All right, right there. More, this way. No, I want you to push the ball over more. Right there, rock and roll. Thank you. Good. Got it left, push it over a little more. Push it over, right there. Swing it up. Good. Ball straight, push it up. Good. 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 I'm just watching. There you go. And y'all look, Ethan's a good shooter, right? I wouldn't mess with his shot too much. I've already, like we shot, I give him a little tip. I don't change his whole shot because he makes shots, okay? The better, but just think, if he got like 10% better, that's the difference in winning a game in the playoffs that you might lose by 2 points or missing a free throw. Just little bitty stuff. Go ahead. I've never had anybody that I worked with that got worse if they listened to me. I can promise you, okay? I can promise you. Push it over and get it straight. Booty back. Hey, everybody laughs about that booty back, but watch. My booty goes back. That puts my shoulders over my toes, and then the ball starts moving. I haven't used anything yet. Then all of it comes up. And y'all notice, how many shots have I taken since I've been here? How many of them have I gone like this on? None. Why? Because I like to make shots, and you make more when you do that, okay? I'm in the shot-making business. Get straight. There you go. Push it over and get it straight. Right there. Swing it up. Good. Hey, I played at Temple Junior College in the 80s, and we led the nation in scoring. We averaged 113 points a game. And I was the only short guy on the team and the only white guy on the team. And it wasn't like I shrunk. I was this size. And Coach told me, if you want to play, you got to make 3-pointers. So guess what I made sure I could do? Yeah, so if something made me miss shots, I didn't do it. Everything I teach y'all is, I was in the shot-making business. That's what I did. I made shots. Get up there. I'm teaching you stuff to help you make shots. Get it straight. Booty back. Swing it up. Rock and roll. That's good. Good miss. Good miss. Was it straight? Yeah, that's a good miss. Now do me a favor. Turn your feet just a little. And here's what happens in the NBA. Watch this. There are some guys that when they're going right, they do point their toes at the basket, but you ever watch those guys when they land in the NBA? Like Steph, that's how they land. Why do you think their body does that? It's trying to get everything in a straight. Now start watching feet when you watch basketball. I watch feet. Get it straight, push it up. That's good. Hey, right now just worry about straight. I'm going to fix the up part. That's easy. That's easy. Straight. That's good. That's good. That's good. Get everything straight. Swing it up. That's good. Don't watch the ball. Hey, this is a great time to concentrate on top of the rim. Think about some little eyeballs up there. Get it straight. There you go. Yes.
What about thumb flicking?
But we're going to worry about that later.
Okay.
Until you get it straight, I don't care if you thumb flick. It doesn't matter. Go ahead. And the reason guys thumb flick, I know what he's talking about, the thumb flick. The reason guys do that is because when they're little, they get out here and they want to shoot threes so bad that thumb is helping them. I can make shots that way. Their thumb is helping them. But I'm going to teach you today how to use all that where you don't need that thumb. Okay? But right now we're just working on getting it straight. I told you I was a shot maker, man. That's why I do this. Good, good. Get it straight. Push it over. All right, other way, other way, other way, other way. Remember, there's a wall right here. You want the ball pushing against it. Bend your knees. Now push that ball against the wall. Push it. Now, rock and roll. Now you got some strength in your hand. All right, look though, hey. Don't do this. Get up there. Get it straight. Push it over. Oh, other way, other way, other way. This way. Right there. Y'all watch the Greek Freak? Y'all watch basketball, right? You watch the Greek Freak. What's his weakness? He can't shoot. I wish he would pay me. I could help him. I'd help him for free if they come to Milano. He gets up there, before he shoots a free throw, he takes the perfect practice shot without the ball. Then as soon as they give it to him, he's right here. Now before he can shoot, guess where the ball's got to get? And he'll bring it back too far. I would just get him lined up. He's so strong, I promise you I could help him. But heck with him. Heck with him. He don't play for the Spurs, but heck with him. Push it up and shoot it. Good. Now, here's the deal. Did you shoot that hard enough? Yes. Everybody, look, that's a huge myth. 99% of the time, you don't hit the front of the rim because you didn't shoot it hard enough. You missed it because you didn't shoot it high enough. That's what I do. Watch, when I'm shooting, the difference in me and y'all right now, I get the ball here. When my toes go up, both of my elbows go up. Have I let go of the ball yet? No. That's the difference. It's math. I use more of the rim than y'all do. If we shoot for an hour, 3-pointers, I'm going to probably make more than y'all. Okay? You give me a good rim, but I think I can take it. Because I can consistently get it straight and I shoot a little higher. Now, every coach can tell you, shoot higher. I'm going to show you how, okay? The secret is, watch. When the ball starts coming up first, the ball goes first. When it gets here, now my toes go up and both of my elbows go where? Up. Have I shot yet? No. That way, I'm using more of the rim. I married a math teacher. That's how I got out of college. I had to marry one of my classmates. It's math. If I get it straight, so do this for me. Turn around and face these guys and make a rim. Make a rim. Make a rim. Now look, if I shoot flat, and my son shot flat, it drove me crazy, but I couldn't say much because he made a lot of shots. Can I still make shots? Yes, but I'm only using one part of the rim. So it's like I'm squeezing the rim, right? But the way I shoot, the ball goes up. Now guess how much I'm using? All of it, right? You're using half the rim. I'm using all the rim. Who's going to make the most? It's like if we got over there and we're going to throw the ball, either this is a half a circle, right? If we're going to throw it in here or we're going to throw it in the whole circle, who's going to make the most? It's math. I get it straight. The secret is you got to get it up in the air. That's the second part of this. That's what we're thinking about now. Look, booty's down. Don't bring your wrist back. Push it back a little more. Right there. Now, let the ball start moving first. And then when you get up, don't be a robot. Once it gets here, toes go up, and then I think about shooting the ball. And look, guys, you're not going to hurt this ball. Shoot that thing. You are not going to hurt it. Scoot it up there. Get it straight. Push it over right there. Swing it up. That's good. Good. Look, you ain't going to hurt that ball. It's an inanimate object. Shoot the heck out of it. Y'all been watching the Olympic volleyball team? Y'all been watching volleyball? If those girls get a good set, how do they swing? As hard as they can. If I'm playing baseball and they throw one down the middle, guess how I swing? Shooting a basketball is an athletic movement. Snap that, especially when we get, snap that sucker and shoot it, man. You're not going to hurt that ball. It's an inanimate object. You're not going to hurt it. Good. And really, the shot we're taking now is the hardest shot for y'all because y'all don't know to shoot from right here. Get everything straight first. Booty back. Swing it up, rock and roll. Ball goes first. Good. Now, was that a perfect shot? No, it doesn't have to be. 2 basketballs will fit through there at the same time. All it's got to be is straight enough and high enough. That's it. People make shooting harder than it is. Get it straight and then get it above the rim. Good. Now, don't block your shot with that hand, okay? I'm going to show you some stuff to work on before we leave. Go, 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 go. Get up there, get up there, get up there. Ball goes first. And then really use those legs. Push it over and get it straight. Get it straight. Get it straight. Right there. Rock and roll. Good. Good. Hey, shoot it again. Shoot it again. And here's the deal. If you let this hand fall down, I'm going to make everybody do 100 push-ups. Okay? Shoot it. I'm not really going to do that. That's good, though. Hey, if I was coaching y'all in high school, and I said every time he lets his hand fall, y'all going to run to the other end and back, when he gets ready to shoot, guess what y'all remind him of? You remind him, right? I wouldn't have to. That's how you can tell him. There's a little coaching tip. How many of y'all senior? You're a senior, right? Here's the deal. If you're in a game and you're on the court, and say a freshman or a sophomore is out there with you, and he forgets to block out, and then running back down the court, you yell, block out. Well, everybody in the gym knows he didn't block out, right? A good leader reminds him to block out before the shot goes up. Does that make sense? It's like I hate that, my bad. Somebody messes up and they go, my bad. Everybody knows it was your bad, okay? Go down there and play some defense. Oh, it's just me when I was coaching. Everybody knows it was your swing. Hey, look, get it out in front of you. Push it out in front, right there. Swing it up. Good. Let's go. We're backing up a little bit at a time here. Backing up a little bit at a time here. Swing it up. Good. Hey, that's good. But look, don't be afraid to get that booty coming. And look, don't be afraid to dip the ball. They'll tell you not to dip it. Here's what they mean when they say don't dip the ball. I wouldn't want to get it and go. But if I go down, if I'm in my position, right, like on the wall, if I go down, where's the ball going to go? That's dipping it, right? They just mean this. And people get, this is fine. If you're on a three-point line and you have to dip the ball and it makes it where you can't get your shot off, you don't need to shoot it anyhow. You don't need to shoot it anyhow. Most of the time, coach don't want you shooting unless you're open, okay? So if it slows you down, good follow through, good follow through. Get everything straight, push it over a little more for me, right there. Good, just timing, just timing, just timing. Good. Now, another crazy little drill we're going to do for just a couple of minutes. Don't laugh, but you're going to do it. So here's watch this. When you come in the gym before practice, if you get there early, instead of shooting from half court, I know what guys like to do, try this out. I like to get in a straight line, like right here, and I get everything straight with the backboard. Not the rubber part. That stuff costs money. Stay off of that. I swing it up, and now my legs push the ball up, and I'm trying to hit the backboard, and if it comes right back to me, I know that was nice and straight. Now watch, I'm going to hold my follow through. Swing it up, and I'm in the hallway. So let's try that. Let's get on these two goals, and we'll just shoot and rotate. Just line up real close right there. Real close, like on the blue line. This is how you check to see if everything is straight. Swing it up and rock and roll. There you go. Just a way to practice. If it comes straight back to you, this is especially a good drill for like junior high kids. I just do this every once in a while with the older kids just to remind them. But it wouldn't hurt. You come into a practice, get on that wall for a little bit, and then go to this, and then start your shooting, you know. But my whole look, everybody's shot don't look the same, but they can all get it straight before they start. Good. Good. Keep it in front of you. Swing it up. Good. That's it. That's just working on getting everything straight. That's what we're doing right now. when everybody's gone a couple of times. Look, like if you get to the gym and there's a wall, I would get against that wall for about 30 seconds and just work on it, and then do this a few times, and then start shooting up close, and then work back. So, okay, guys, now hold on for a second. Now look, normally I do like 2-day shooting camps. So the first day, I talk and I demonstrate, and then the second day, I don't do anything. You can ask JC, because usually by then my arm hurts and my back hurts. But today, we're going to go ahead and start working on, we talked about the first thing is to get everything what? Straight. Now the next step is being able to get the ball up in the air. That's what we're going to start working on now. So I'm going to use these cones right here to do that, okay? So now this time, I am going to let y'all line up behind me, okay? I usually don't like that, so line up back here. I usually don't like people lined up behind me. So here's what we're thinking about right now. Watch. I'm going to get here. I'm going to make sure the ball goes first. Now watch. I'm going to shoot a couple of threes, okay? I might hurt myself, but the secret is the ball goes first. And if you watch the best shooters in the world, their feet go forward when they shoot, right? When I was playing in junior college, let's say JC, come stand right here. If JC stood right in front of me and put her hands up, and I shot a three, if I landed on her, the foul was on me. But now, I can jump way up there, and if I land on her, it falls on her, right? Because they realize the best shooters' feet go forward when they shoot. It's called the sweep. It's like you pretend there's two little brooms on your toes, and I don't want to leave any dirt. So if my feet are like this, am I going to leave some dirt? Yeah, right? So I like them close together, and I want to land closer to the basket than I am, okay? And we're just going to work our setback. So right now, if you start right here, I want you to land, and I want you to be like a gymnast. I want you to stick the landing, and I want you to be in the hallway following through. Okay, go first, Steve. I don't care if you make shots right now. We're working on, hey, the ball going first. When your toes are coming up, push your elbows up. Get the ball up in the air. Go ahead. Yeah, it's okay. Next time, be rolling in there. Rolling in there. Get everything straight. Man, I would do one thing if I was you. Hold that ball. Come on, y'all keep shooting. Hold it like you're going to shoot it. Put a little pressure on that ball. Yeah, grip it a little bit. Put a little pressure on it. There you go. Hey, check your feet, though. Right now, I want your feet going forward. Good. This really starts showing up when we start shooting threes. Get everything. Look. Hey. Look, though. Everybody had to run. Just made everybody run. Now, hey, you got your shot. Get up. Get up. You got to listen. You got to listen. Swing it up there and shoot. Push it over and get straight. So if you're behind them right now, you can see if it's straight. Because look, if you're behind me and you can't see the ball, is that straight? Now, can you see the ball? And you see my pinky? That's how I know I got everything straight. I stand behind them. Here we go. Get it straight. Push it over. Swing it up. It's okay. Hey, you see how much power you have right there, though? Like you had, this will get, keep going. Turn your feet a little, push it over. Look, free. Now, if I draw a line right now, where's it pointing? Well, I don't want to shoot over there. I want to shoot over here. Make your booty go back. Swing, shoot it. Good, leave your hand up. This is the tricky part. Good, hold your follow through. Now look, let's say you're in my backyard. I give lessons in my backyard in Milano, Texas. If anybody's interested, they got my number. The first day you come to me, I stand behind them. Why? And then the second day, I start standing over here. Because now guess what I'm looking to see? If the ball is getting up in the air. That's what I watch the second day. Now, don't watch the ball while it's in the air. Keep your eyes. That keeps your head still. Good. Now, was that a perfect shot? It was straight enough and barely high enough, right? The secret is getting the ball straight and then getting it up in the air. Getting it up in the air. Good. Now, guys, you know, I talk about getting your booty back, right? Hold on a second. The reason I do that, when you're going to do a squat, when you put the bar on, you make your booty go back. That makes your knees go over your toes. If you don't do it enough, your knees start doing this. I want my booty to go back. And now look, the ball starts going. When it gets like here, then I'm thinking everything's going up, and then I let go of the ball. That's the secret. Up. Hey, find those lines with your hands. That's what they're on there for. There you go. I never take a shot that I don't find the lines. I find them. There we go. Good, good. And when guys start coming to my house, where do you think the first place is that the improvement shows up? On the free throw line. Why? Because you got time to think about it, okay? Then it carries back to the three-point line. Yeah, hold your follow through. Go, look, hey, look. It should be like this until she gets the ball. Hold your follow through. Good. Barely high enough. Barely high enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's got to be straight enough and up in the air enough. This shot looks better already. Looks better already. You go. Now, one little thing. Think about this. If Ethan drives in the lane, there's always big guys in there, right? So when you get in the lane, you either got to shoot a floater or you can jump, then you can bring that ball up, okay? The closer you are to the basket, the higher you take the ball. But on the free throw line, like I'm going to be doing some young girls and stuff, okay? They're not strong enough to get the ball up here. Do I care? Because who's guarding you on the three? As long as it's straight. Same on three-pointers. If you're not strong enough to get the ball up here, it's okay. You can shoot it from here. Because in a game, coach don't want you to shoot it if you're not open. But the close, so make sure, remember I said the ball always stays in front of you? Same up here. You don't want to take it too far back. Keep it in front of you. Okay, here we go. Think about sweeping those feet forward.